Support for 100 Watts and a Wire is brought to you by 100wattsandawire.com. To subscribe to the show, simply click the RSS feed or subscribe wherever you get your podcast. When you visit, apply for your free 100 Watts ID and learn how you can become a sustaining member. Click the donate page and pick the option that works best for you. We've got a traveling toolkit, 100 Watts and a Wire gear, and activity days with prizes. That's 100wattsandawire.com. Wish it, wrap it, gift it. Step up your gift-giving game this year and give your favorite ham the transceiver at the top of their list. ICOM has a variety of high-performance and innovative products. Visit icomamerica.com/amateur for more information on all ICOM radios. And LDG. An LDG automatic tuner between your transmitter and antenna will match impedances and ensure maximum power output due to reflected RF. LDG Electronics. Everywhere you look, there's an LDG.
And now, from Grid Square Echo Mike 48, this is 100 Watts and a Wire.
Hey friends, it would be officially 001 Bravo Kilo 0 Sierra Tango Hotel Check 12 Mike Oscar. Don't make me repeat it. Sweepstakes weekend, and I did not make one of those contacts. I'm not anti-contest, just life. This is the intersection of life and amateur radio. I did hear a bunch. I heard you guys out there working, and you hear some really good ops. And this is one of those interesting type of contests where you're passing a lot of information, and I think that's good. I know some people are like, I'm just so damn confused about it. I can say I get a little bit of anxiety during this contest because there is so much to pass, and it seems like it's not like your Aries work. Similar kind of, but it's a contest, so you're trying to bang it out. And I always feel bad for the person who's really trying to score these points. Because, they started putting me into their log, and if I don't have the right information, I feel maybe they're going to get a little pissed off. But I have found in my time, certainly on HF, that people, either they're being very polite, which is good and kind, which is great. It's either because I've already started to put you in the log and I need to finish this off. Please, can you tell me what year were you licensed? So they work you through it, whether it's just to get you in the log because they've already started, or they're genuinely being nice to you. I think they're being nice. I hear some great things. Well, I do carry a little bit of anxiety for these contests because you sit and listen to them, and many have record, especially when they're parking and barking, and now with the modern day rigs, you set up a recording and there you go. And it's steady, steady, steady. They hear you, they turn it off, they come back, turn it back on, but it's fast, man. It's a fast exchange. And I'd be lying to you if I said, oh yeah, I'm dipping into these contests. Now, what I get into like the 160 contests because for me, contests are all about testing the antennas. And with 160, I just don't know, you know what I mean? Because it's not as high as it should be, like up in the heavens. It's 50 feet and I've got to deal with that. So, but with 160 and a contest like that, you're able to tell where this antenna is reaching. A little bit more of a conversation in terms of a true signal report. I do believe, and I do this all the time, I understand, the 5.9, it's arbitrary. I think it's a legal thing. You have to give a signal. You have to pass a signal report for a legal contact. And I don't know if that goes back to FCC or if that's just something the league has. I don't know yet. I'm going to find out, though. But I enjoyed the True Signal Report, and with the 160 contest, that's part of it. I really wish that the truth was there. You know, if I'm a 4-4 but reaching California, I know that, dude, you made it to California. You were a 4x4, which isn't very strong. It's better than a 3-3 or whatever, but you're not a 5'9". You know what I'm saying? So, yes, I like to know that I can hit Oregon for Oregon or Oregon. Why won't that word come out? Oregon, origami. Forget it. If I hit Portland on 160, see what I did? And some East Coast stuff, I feel that all the work and the trouble that I put into that 160 antenna, and by the way, she is so damn sexy. Looks good, sounds good all the time. But a giant pain in the ass. Well, I should say if you're at least doing business in the woods like I am, just in the time between our last show and today, I've had to go out there and clear a branch on a neighboring tree that had fallen, another one. It's a deer, what? No more coffee. Let's just pause and celebrate each other and drink coffee, bourbon, whatever you're into. A neighboring tree has decided to dispose of one of its limbs, and it's a limb that's still alive. I think the winds have come up over the hill, broke this thing, and it's pushing down on two of my antennas out there. It's an 80-meter. One that I really, the ends are facing north to south, so it's serving the east and west. So it's an important antenna to me. And 160 sort of, it's off to a little bit. It's not north and south. It's what I could get out there because it's such. Those legs are so long. But I had to get up there and be like an arborist and throw a line over the broken limb and just deal with it because you're dealing with so much. And during a contest, you can tell, is this something that I really feel like, is it worth it? I could open up another slot because I barely work on this. I've got one friend of mine, Kilo India 9 Whiskey. We seem to only work on 160. That's cool for us. And I know people that really want to have everything when they start on HF. You want everything. You want this magical antenna, the one that's going to give you all the bands and everything all the time. And you don't know yet about propagation and space and all sorts of complications and compromises and NVIS and all these things that you learn about later on. You just want the magic antenna, man. Just tell me what to buy. Well, it doesn't work like that. It just doesn't, And you think about, I want to get the most out of everything. And then I went to monoband antennas, which I like. I'm fortunate enough to have a little bit of space. I know this. This is a first world ham radio problem. But if I'm not operating on 160, and it breaks my heart, it's just like, we gonna go out tonight, baby? Me and you, 160, you're my girl, and I'm fixing up my bow tie or whatever it is she wants me to wear to this trashy event. If it's not worth it, I make one contact a year on 160, I play around in the contest, but it's always got me working. That's an open spot in my switcher. Contests come along and I'm like, okay, cool. True Signal Report would be best for me. I would love that. This is a debate that is ongoing in ham radio circles. But at least I know I made it to Maine. I mean, you go from Missouri to Maine or Missouri to Oregon or Missouri to California on 160. That's why she's still up there. But how you doing? Other than that, man, I've been doing a little bit of rope work. I talked about this on the last episode because we're getting into the cold. I built the first fire last night. I've been chopping wood. Actually, I started the fire right around noon when the Baltimore Ravens game came on the television. I don't get to see my team play too much. I'm from Baltimore. And out here in Missouri, we get to see either the Chiefs the Bears, the Bengals, the Colts. It's kind of a regional pocket. Every now and again, you may see the Cowboys from Texas. The Texans were who we played last night or yesterday. And beat that ass. I'm going to go on and say that the Ravens this year look mighty fine. Mighty fine. And I'm quite happy about that. Anywho, the first fire of the year in the fireplace. And I spent the previous week splitting wood and getting ready for this. But, yeah, I've been doing a little bit of rope work. I need to bring an antenna down on 20 meters, and I want to add a line to it. I want to fix a line. It looks a little short to me, and it looks like I put that up with some haste, maybe a year or so ago. But I want to exercise the rope that supports, goes over the limb, because although I'm over oak trees that probably aren't going to get much bigger, these are probably 200 years old. This rope will dig into the tree. I want to be able to keep it free to move up and down. And I do that. I try to exercise this time of year, actually before, maybe October. Holy moly, it's almost Thanksgiving. I try to do that and I look at my connectors and see how things are going. And I encourage you to do the same. Clean and tape up your connectors. Exercise that rope if you're over a limb. Just make sure it's still moving freely, because it would suck to have to pull that antenna down by the coax. Or go up there and get it, depending. So I do a little bit of that. I've been studying a little bit of emergency communication stuff. My heart has moved toward the service. Now, I don't know. Thank you for all the birthday wishes, too, by the way, on the 7th. I celebrated a big one, and I appreciate you. And I'm reading, and I'm trying to not get myself freaked out. There's so many different things to read about, but there's so much going on in the world. It's hard for me not to pay attention to the reasons why I believe EMCOM is important. And I'll just talk through this quickly now, and then we'll take a little break, but when you see there's a 6.0 earthquake in Chile, over 110,000 people are exposed to it. There's almost 30,000 homes. Then you turn around and Tonga, 6.9. Just in the same hour, there's massive floodings in Venice, wildfires here in California. So there's something in me that needs to study a bit more about EMCOMs, because radio is deeply important. Self-awareness, preparedness, all of this is important and will be making its way into 100 Watts and a Wire as we go. Again, this is a show that basically was set up to sort of follow one man's journey through it, as we talk to experts who really know what they're doing. I don't feel qualified enough to teach to you. I'm learning things here and there. I know what I know, if you know what I mean. Do ya. Some of my friends know what that reference was. I mean, we had 66 degrees on a Sunday, turn around and have 12 on Monday, 24 on Wednesday, and back up to 40 the next. And people are saying, see, child, it's winter. This is what it does. 66 degrees, friends. 12 hours later, 12 degrees. Up 12 more degrees to 24. Let's go back up to 40. A lot of things to think about with EMCOM and what's happening, the intensity of these storms, the patterns, what's happening in our world. For me, it's important. I focus right now not on that, just not getting depressed, but thinking about ways that we can prepare ourselves a little bit to stay tuned in, to not get so caught up in the shiny coin of politics and everything that's force-fed to us. But look around what's happening in your area and find out. Think for yourself. Now, I believe in science. It's important. People have been studying things for a long time, keeping records. That stuff for me is important. If it's not important to you, good for you. If you're just blindly following politicians and corporations, that's on you. But I am of the opinion that none of them, not the big business entities and not the politicians, give any S's about us at all. We're just part of the plan. We're just part of the plan, and I'm thinking here and locally and in the family, in the hamily. Don't get me ranting and sweating up in here. I'm going to take a break. The point of that is being that more MCOM is on the way. I'm going to be talking to people who know things because I am interested in the study. And that's really what 100 Watts and a Wire is about, to try to explore these things together, go off on a path of discovery together. When we come back, we'll talk about some other news. Oh, man, there's so much going on. We've got a SOTA activation. I want to share some audio with you. We'll just see what we get to, and we'll come back next.
When in doubt, hang 'em high. This is 100 Watts and a Wire.
Members of the Hamily, make the most out of this holiday season with one of these ICOM radios, the IC7610. 'Tis the season to give your favorite ham the SDR they really want. This high-performance SDR has the ability to pick out the faintest of signals, even in the presence of stronger adjacent signals. How about the IC7300? Ham for the holidays. ICOM is changing the way entry-level HF is designed. This high-performance, innovative HF transceiver with a compact design will far exceed your expectations. And the 9700, this transceiver is at the top of every ham's wish list this holiday season. Keep your competitive contesting edge with faster processors, higher input gain, higher display resolution, and a cleaner signal. ICOM's IC9700 is the pinnacle of perfection. Visit ICOMAmerica.com/amateur for more information on all ICOM radios.
Welcome to the National Voice of America Museum of Broadcasting near Cincinnati, Ohio. The Voice of America Museum is the site for the first ever Youth on the Air camp in IARU Region 2. Young licensed amateur radio operators between the ages of 15 and 25 will have the chance to come here for a week of learning, operating, building, and fun. If you are a licensed ham between the ages of 15 and 25 in North, Central, or South America, we want you to apply to come to this camp, which will be held June 21st through 26th in 2020. Maybe you've just become a ham and don't know what's next, or maybe you're already an experienced ham but want to step up your game. Youth on the Air Camp will give you a chance to experience more. There will be workshops on contesting, kit building, direction finding, and satellite operation. We're even planning on having a contest at Kings Island Amusement Park and a high-altitude balloon launch. You'll have a chance to work our week-long special event station, W8Y, with some of the biggest and best rigs available. And best of all, you'll make friends and meet mentors that will last a lifetime. Thanks to the generous support of our sponsors, YOTA Camp is affordable. For more information and to apply, visit yotaregion2.org. And if you'd like to donate to our cause, also go to yotaregion2.org and click on the donate button.
Neil, the music, I know it's copyright royalty-free music, but I'd prefer maybe if you just beat on the table. Hey, it's me, Neil. Guess what? Something really cool's happening. I mean, this song is so much better. I don't know what you're trying to do to me with that music, but what a great event. Youth on the Air. Check it out. YOTA Region, 2.org to learn more. Let's go up on a summit with our friend Ed.
Here's Ed, DD5LP, with a short report for 100 Watts and a Wire on the recent transatlantic SOTA QSO party. While most gave it little or no chance with the current propagation conditions, the SOTA Transatlantic Summit-to-Summit QSO party went ahead anyway on Saturday the 2nd of November, with 30 activators on SOTA summits split roughly 1/3 to 2/3 North America versus Europe. Early reports were not good. From noon to 2 p.m. UTC, only contact within each continent were possible, but there were plenty of those chaser to activator calls. Even the simple easy to get to, Schwarzenberg, where I was, attracted calls from many chasers. If you want to experience the pile-up from the other side, just activate a SOTA summit, and this can happen. CQ SOTA, CQ SOTA, CQ SOTA. CQ summits on the air. This is a Delta 5 Lima Papa portable on Delta Lima Mike Foxtrot 082 Schwarzenberg, calling CQ summits on the air. CQ summits on the air. Delta 5 Lima Papa portable. Listening. Station ending Papa Delta Tango again, please.
Oscar Kilo 2 Papa Delta Tango.
Oscar Kilo 2 Papa Delta Tango, 5 and 9 as usual from Delta Lima, Mike Fox 082 QSL.
QSL at good afternoon, your report 595973, good luck.
73, all the best, DD5LP portable QRZ.
Hotel America.
Alpha Delta Florida, go again please.
Okay, QSL at Italy, November 3, Alpha Delta Florida. 85 Südtirol, Roger?
Ja, Roger, on the 85 auf Südtirol, du bist 95, tolles Signal. Italy November 3, Italy November 3, Alpha Delta Fox von Delta 5 Lima Papa Portable and 73.
Okay, danke, tschüss, 73, Wochenende, tschüss.
Tschüss, alles Gute, DD5LP Portable, DD5LP Portable, QRZ. Hotel Bravo 9, Golf November Papa, 5 and 9.
Danke, 5-9, auch von hier noch viel Spaß mit SOTA. Bye bye.
73, 88, DD5LP Portable, QRZ. An added problem for European SSB activators was that the Ukrainian SSB DX contest was on at the same time, and some of the ops simply cannot hear the low-power stations on the mountaintops. As the afternoon went on, 20 metre brought some surprises. First of all, the high-power superstations from the US were heard on European hilltops, and then as the European afternoon, North America morning rolled on, contacts were made between summits on both sides of the pond. Initially the CW stations, followed by digital, and finally SSB as well. These were contacts to and from the East, Central and Western USA and Canada to all parts of Europe. This shows what is possible, despite dire propagation predictions, if an event is organised, plus the lower received noise level on the summit, and perhaps sunspot number 2751 had something to do with it as well. If you're thinking of SOTA, give it a try. Even in bad propagation conditions, you might well be very surprised. This is Ed, DD5LP.
QRO to the people. This is 100 watts and a wire.
LDG Electronics provides state-of-the-art antenna tuners for every amateur need. An LDG desktop tuner works automatically with nearly any station up to 1,000 watts. LDG Zero Power tuners are ideal for portable or mobile use, as they consume almost no current and can be powered by internal batteries that last up to a year. LDG tuners are backed by our 2-year fully transferable warranty and our legendary customer service, the best in the industry. Visit us on the web at ldgelectronics.com.
Hi, this is Dwayne Kincaid from LDG Electronics. Check out my antenna switch kit featured in the latest issue of Nuts and Bolts magazine. LDG Electronics. Everywhere you look, there's an LDG.
And BioNO Power, offering the best performance lithium iron phosphate batteries for your ham radios. Visit bionopower.com. That's BIOENNOPOWER.com. Or contact dealers nationwide.
100 watts and a wire. Upgrades.
This week I'd like to congratulate 2 folks who have upgraded. Many have done so, but if you're studying and preparing, you will pass. And when you do, go to 100wattsandawire.com and let us know. I'd like to celebrate you on the show. Steve, KC3AZT is a new amateur extra. Congratulations, Steve. That is a brother from another mother in Philadelphia. What's up, boy? Hope your mama's doing okay. And Rich, Kilo 9 Whiskey, Whiskey, Whiskey. He is also an amateur extra, a brother from another mother, except I haven't found out where he lives yet. We'll find each other, bro. We're going to find each other. We're going to make it work out. Thanksgiving's coming. Again, congratulations to our friends who have upgraded their license, and enjoy your new privileges. I got to tell you, I have explored the Long Island CW Club. They are longislandcwclub.org. You can search for them online. Basically, they had come to me and said, "See, child, can you do it? Do you whip-a-dits and the dots?" And I'm like, I'm totally interested. My father was into this. He built his own key. It was part of a science project I did one year when I was a little kid. I want to. I have studied and learned 13 letters incorrectly, and then I put it down for a while. And I thought, as my kids are growing and they're learning their ABCs, now they're 5 and 9. Get it? They're 5 and 9. They know all this stuff, and I still don't know the code. Well, Howard says to me, come join us, become a member, and we will teach you how. Now, this is going to roll out over the show it's going to take some time. It's simply going to take me some time to do it. I've got other things percolating. I'm cooking like a chef over here. Some other things are cooking. But I want to encourage you to check out the Long Island CW Club, and they are online. Do a search for them. I haven't jumped in, but I do hope to join the club. CW is certainly an interest. It may tie in well with the MCOM work, but that's where we are with that. All right, friends, we're going to talk some acoustic stuff next time, some acoustic paneling, but for now, I think we're going to wrap this up. It is getting much colder. Winter is settling in. I won't talk to you probably before Thanksgiving. Take a little bit of time. Enjoy your family. Don't stress out. When your weird uncle comes over and gives you the sideways eye, starts talking about crazy things at the dinner table and people and all this, and you just want to pick the mashed potatoes up and right on top of the head like a helmet and turn it like you want to twist the mashed potatoes into his brain. Turn and turn. Don't do that. Maybe I'm projecting a little bit. Yeah, 'tis the season when all kinds of crazy starts happening around the family, certainly mine. And you know what? I just want to pause. And maybe I've hit the age where I don't care. Come on in, you crazy sumbitch. Give me that pie. I said, give me the pie and sit down. It's going to go like that. I'm not totally mellowed out. And if you step off and say something crazy, again, mashed potatoes on the head. Screw it into the chair. I'm still strong enough to take you, you old weird ass uncle. And yours. So happy holidays, friends. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And by all means, if you can, please try and stay above the noise.
To join the 100 Watts in a Wire community, visit 100wattsinawire.com.